Welcome to our free YouTube creator training library brought to you by the Senior Tuber community.
All right, so now we're going to talk about the sections. Sections are the way you can customize your channel. And how do you do that? These sections you can add in. The first thing we talked about is having a trailer video and having your featured video. If you have a trailer video showing, not on mine because it's always showing on your own channel. If you have a trailer video and somebody subscribed, then this video goes away and then your featured video shows up. If you don't see your featured video, that means you don't have one. Chances are you don't have one. So you want to make it so it does show up. And then also these sections, I put a lot of sections on mine. I'm just going to show you briefly what it looks like. And the more you put up, you can have up to 12 sections. If you put them up with a lot of thought, then it's going to make a difference for you. So for here, this is one of the things I like to teach. I like to teach having if you're new here, start here kind of section. And anything you want to train your viewer to do, you want to look and see how it looks. So I put these couple of videos here and I still have more to do. And do I want just this to show up without any of my training videos? So I should have training videos on here before next week. But this was probably not the way I wanted my new here, start here section. And then I did something with a client last night where we had the same section, the same playlist, but we put one video in it and only one. And as you can see this with this type of section, you can see that you see the, let me see which one. This one is showing the playlist description. But if you get the single playlist section, it's going to show the video content, the first few lines of the video. And why is that important? Because another one of my clients wanted something to go out with a specific amount of time-sensitive news. And if you're going to be doing that, then that's something you could put at the top, or you could put it somewhere else. But anything that you want your people, because sections are movable, anything that you want your people to see first thing when they get there, start here, if new here, this is this week's podcast. If you want to do that, you can create a section for that. And it's really cool because you're teaching people how to fall in love with you by being creative. Also, I have a section just for my senior tubers. If you join the senior tuber community, the circle membership, then you're going to be here on our channel section, right? So if you're interested in that, then you can do that with your clients. If you're doing podcasts and your people are all like similar type of people and you think, okay, I'm going to put all their channels on there so people could see who my former guests were. And then you click on it, you're clicking on that person's channel. They can go to their channel. This is something that's fairly new, which I've shared about, is that you have a For You section. It's different for everybody. That means it's intuitive. So I'm going to see this on my For You. If you go to my channel and go to the homepage, to the channel page, you'll see different videos there because it's going to see what you might want to watch based on your viewing experience. And then you're going to have, there's certain sections that are default. You have a default section for video, a default for shorts, and a default for playlists. So if I were to click a playlist, YouTube puts it in there in date order. I don't have any control over what you see, and I can't change that. So what I do is I create a playlist section of my favorites. And so that would look like Fran's favorite playlists. And I can order them by date or popularity or how many views. There's so many different things you can put it in. It's up to you how you want them. And you can do the same thing with favorite videos and favorite shorts. And let's see here. This is another one. I have a lot of people who have podcasts, and because that they do other people's podcasts. Some of them have been doing them for years and years, and they have hundreds of podcasts somewhere else, and they don't want to lose them. But you can't play a video your own, even if it's your own video. You cannot use your own material if it's out there on somebody else's channel. So what can you do? You create a playlist of your favorite podcasts that you did elsewhere. And then you start sharing them on your channel. Now you won't get any brownie points for how many views, and you can't monetize it. They can't like it because they're going to be getting onto that person's channel. but your material is going to get seen. And that's what's important, so that your stuff, they'll never know where that other person is. But if they're on your channel and they like you, then they see this, they can watch some of your older material. And lastly, we have clips, which are up to 1 minute long. And if you've been making clips and sending it to people, unless you don't want them here, they're going to automatically be put here. And then all you have to do is click here, and you can delete it if you want to, or you can share it. Why would you want it down here? Because if you've clipped some things that you really like, you don't have to keep doing it. It's going to be here in a little bit of a file for you. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is your menu tabs. This changes based on what you have on your channel. So why don't you have this many menu tabs? Because maybe you don't have a store. But when you have enough, I think it's 500 or 1,000 subscribers, you can have a store where you could put your own print-on-demand merchandise. So consider that. Then you get a menu tab. If you have a membership, then you can put that on here, and then you have a membership tab. If you haven't seen this already, there's a community page where you can communicate with your members or anybody else as if it was a regular social platform. You could put videos there, pictures there, do a poll or a quiz. Your playlist, if you don't have any playlists, this tab will not exist. But as soon as you put even one playlist on there, it's going to show it on the page. Same thing with podcasts. Some people don't have podcasts. Maybe they never will. Some people have a couple of them. So that would show up here where people can see your podcasts. And shorts. Many people, I go to their channels and they have never put up one short, right? So as soon as they do, this is going to show. So I don't want you to see like, why is this happening? The videos will always show as long as you have a video. The home page, this goes away if you don't want to see this first channel. You can go into your customization and remove the home, and they just start on video. That's the page they see when they first get your channel up and running.
Thank you for watching our free YouTube Creator Training Library, brought to you by the Senior Tuber community.